By the way, if you have a chance to write these down, if you're in a place to do that, which I hope you are, make sure you write these major points down. They will change your life. Every one of them, I promise you. All right, here we go. Number one, own your own business. All right, let me ask you, what's the best way to win a game? Well, there's a lot of answers, but here's the best one that I know. Make the rules and be able to change the rules whenever you want. Would you agree with that? Remember, I had 12 businesses, but I also had 14 different jobs. So I was really unsure about which way should I go. Should I go the job route, more security, less risk, steady paycheck, probably sleep pretty well at night, why not? Or should I go with owning a business? More risk, but definitely more upside. Well, after all of these years and all of these trials, I can safely say that for me, it's not even close. And what I actually realized was that I was, and that I am unemployable. I'm unemployable. I went through 14 different jobs before I realized that. You know what? I just cannot work for someone else. Maybe I have a problem with authority, but I am not good with other people telling me what to do, what I can do, what I can't do, when to come, when to go, when to pee, blah, 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 blah. I think you know what I mean. And I don't know about you, but I like to be in charge of my own life. I also like being creative and coming up with ideas and being able to implement those ideas without having to get some kind of approval from some higher up or go through an entire political process to get something done. What I especially like about owning your own business is that you have put yourself in a position. Now listen closely. What's the word? Position, where creating wealth is at least possible. I want you to think of it this way. Let's say you're playing tennis, okay? And the ball comes it comes way over here, okay? It's over here. Now the first thing you have to do is you've got to get yourself into what? You got to get yourself into position to be able to hit the ball. You can't hit a good shot from back over here, right? You can't do that. Same with wealth. You have to give yourself a chance, and your best chance comes with your own business. The research shows that 90% of all self-made millionaires did it in their own business. Why? Because, listen closely now, because of what I call wealth rule number one. Write this down. Here's wealth rule number one. No limits on your income. I repeat, no limits on your income. Here's the problem. If you are in a job or you get paid a set salary, or even any situation where you get paid by the hour, that means you are being paid for your what? Your time. And here's the issue. There's only 24 hours in a day for everybody. And since your time is therefore limited, your income is limited, and you've broken the most important rule of wealth. Again, no limits on your income. Now, I'm not saying you can't get rich with a job. If you happen to be, the CEO of one of the largest companies in the country, you can get rich for sure. And it's also possible to become financially free with a job as long as you are a great money manager and a great investor, which of course most people aren't. But again, you could get free, but I wouldn't count on getting rich that way. Now, listen closely. None of this is to say that every single person is cut out to own their own business. Some people, well, you know what? They're just not built for it. I totally understand that. And not that you can't learn. But if somebody really needs a structure that's already there and in place, and they really need constant direction from someone else, and they definitely need security, they prefer security over wealth, then they might truly be better off with a job. And you know what? Good on them. Absolutely no problem. And I wish them all the best. It's just not for me or anyone else who wants to get rich. So bottom line, when I was broke, I was going back and forth between job and business and business and job and job and business and business and job. Now that I'm rich, I would never even consider a job. In fact, I'm already semi-retired and I only work once in a while because all my businesses run without me. But I get offered jobs all the time. And you can imagine it's for big, big, big money. And I always say the same thing. No, thank you. I have a job allergy. I start sneezing. I break out in hives. I become depressed, right? So thanks for your offer, but I'll tell you what, your business sounds great. And if you're looking to sell it, let's talk. Now, I actually don't say I have a job allergy out loud, but it's true. It's true because a job and rich, well, they don't go well together. Let me repeat that. Job and rich do not go well together. But Harv, don't you know that 80% of all new business startups fail in their first 3 years? Yeah, I think I've heard that, and there's a reason. Those people don't know what they're doing. They're probably doing everything that I did that didn't work. What I know for sure is that there are ways. There are ways to do business that work and ways to do business that do not work. And you have to know the difference. And from my experience and the experience of my students, the results are just the opposite. 80% succeed in their business, good or good. Okay, so let's get to the key lesson here. Broke Harv had jobs. Rich Harv owns businesses. Now, I'd like to offer you something called a declaration. What's the word? Declaration. And that's simply a statement that you make out loud. And what it does is it sends a vibration through your body. And that vibration is in alignment with what you want to ingrain, okay? So here's the declaration. Listen closely. And I want you to repeat it with me. So listen, here it goes. I own my own business because I choose to be rich. Repeat that with me, please. I own my own business because I choose to be rich. Now, give yourself a high five and say, I'm amazing. All right, good job. Okay, let's go to principle number 2. Here it is.